Hey Pile One, welcome to your reading to see what phase of life you're moving into. So let's see what current energy you're in right now. And then we can see how this energy will develop into your future phase of life. So what current energy is Pile One in right now? You got the King of Wands. Okay, so you guys are actually very motivated to put in effort, energy, physical action into some type of work that you're doing, or some type of hobby, whether this is like a side hustle, a hobby, a craft. It doesn't matter what it is. You're just really focused right now. You're very motivated, very focused. You're using your masculine energy to go after a goal, to complete a goal, right? And you have a lot of creative ideas, a lot of plans, a lot of creative ideas that you can act on to help you, manifest this goal into fruition. So that's your current energy. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Oh, Ace of Swords. Okay, so you're actually gonna be finding a new idea. Some type of new idea is gonna come to you. Okay, this could be through a conversation that you have with someone. I feel like if it is, it might be a conversation with a stranger. Or it could just be something that you hear someone say, but this could give you a new idea for sure that adds on to a goal that you want to complete, a goal that you want to acquire. Okay, what else? Eight of Swords. This could break you out of some type of, I feel like for some of you, although you are in the energy of being very motivated to put physical action into whatever this is, I feel like there could be some fears, some anxieties that you're actually trapping yourself in. So whatever this new idea is, or whatever this new conversation is that you have with someone, or whatever this is that you hear, it could definitely break you out of this mental entrapment that you're in. Okay? Which obviously would make it easier for you to just, go after things. Because, you can have a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, but if there's self-doubt, if there's things like just fear of outcomes, fear of failure perhaps, then that's not really gonna help you. It could hold you back from actually putting in as much effort and as much energy as you could. There's like a tug of war at that point, right? Between your motivation and your inspiration compared to your self-doubt, your fears, whatever the case may be. But I strongly do feel like there's a new mentality that you're gonna acquire because of something that you hear, something that you read, or a conversation that you have. So, yeah, good to see. Then we've got Two of Swords. So you could have a very tough decision to make. That could also be adding on to this mental prison that you found yourself in, especially with the King of Wands. If this is in relation, 333 on the timer as I say that, especially if this is in relation to you going self-employed, or you doing something on your own independently, or you just having to put yourself out there. But I feel like for a lot of you, especially if this is in relation to work, you could be on the fence about whether or not you should give up, like maybe your traditional job, your day job, to just completely put your energy into this new business that you have. This decision, this tough decision could be about something else. We'll see once we clarify the card. But let's go back to this King of Wands. Let's clarify this energy, this current energy that you're in. After the King of Wands, please. Oh, two cards came out. We've got the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords, yeah. So although I'm seeing that you have a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration to go after something, I feel like you guys have had a lot of failures in the past. Maybe you've tried, certain hobbies, businesses out in the past, and they just didn't work out, okay? Nine of Wands to me is an energy of, I'm not going to give up, but at the same time, I'm very guarded because of so many failures and hurts and pain from past efforts just not going to plan. And with the King of Swords next to it, with the King of Swords next to it, it's almost like you might be also trying to be overly logical thanks to all of your past failures, right? So that's your current energy. But again, with this Ace of Swords, let's clarify this Ace of Swords, because I'm seeing that you're gonna have like a mental breakthrough with something. There's gonna be some type of new idea or new mentality or new perspective that you acquire that helps you out of this. Too many cards, Spirit. Please give me a clarifier for Ace of Swords for pile 1. King of Cups. Okay, so you might be, this perspective that you have, or this new mentality that you're moving into, could be about how you might be being too logical. You might be overthinking things too much. So you should actually just go with what you divinely feel is guided, especially intuitively. Okay, you might realize that the reason why you're holding yourself back is because you're too much in your headspace and you're not enough in your heart space. Okay, so this new perspective is in relation to following intuition, following what feels right instead of what perhaps logically, quote unquote, seems right. Because again, King of Swords being next to the Nine of Wands, you may have tried to be logical. You may have tried to do things by the book or in a rational way before, multiple times over, and it's just not worked out. So I think this breakthrough, this mental breakthrough, is about you realizing, oh, okay, I need to stop being so rational minded and step into my intuitive mind and just go after what feels intuitively right. Okay, let's clarify this Eight of Swords. Let's clarify this Eight of Swords. Justice. Yeah, I'm hearing that you're following your intuition. It's gonna reap some type of benefits. Okay, hold on, let me just light this candle. Yeah, it's gonna reap some type of benefits for you, because the Justice card is about balance, justice, getting what you deserve. Okay, so your mental state, this mental prison, this overthinking that you find yourself in, definitely is going to be balanced out, because there's some truth that's cutting through it, and you're going to realize that your truth, because we all have different truths, right? Your truth is about how things work out for you better when you just follow your intuition. You might have people around you in your ear telling you what to do, guiding you to just go by the book and, think things out, plan things out. But I don't think you guys are the types of people who work well when it comes to planning things out. This gives me like mutable sign energy, like Pisces, Sagittarius. Pisces, Sagittarius, I'm feeling Cancer as well. Just, going based off of inspiration and intuitive emotion, what intuitively feels good, is the way that you are going to balance out this mental prison that you're in. Kind of like unbound yourself from a lot of the fears and the anxieties that you have, because there's something about you trying or testing out this theory about following your intuition and finding results, better results than you would have if you didn't follow your intuition, if you just, followed some type of strict plan or, whatever. So, yeah. Clarify this Two of Swords, please. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this tough decision is really about what are you going to work hard at? What are you going to invest time, effort, practical energy into? Is it this or is it that? So I feel like that's where you're gonna end up. Let me just clarify with two cards, this Two of Swords. Let's see what two decisions you have, or two options you have, I should say. First option, too many cards. The first option that you have is what? Ooh. Okay, so we got the Moon and the Page of Cups coming out. So the first option that you have available to you is something that you really, like, you can't really see what this path has in store for you. You just know that this is something that makes you genuinely happy. Okay, this is something that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. It may not be something that you've explored very well because it's the Page of Cups, but you just know that from what you have explored on this path, it gives you a lot of happiness, a lot of emotional fulfillment, you know, and but it's almost like you're still on the fence about it because you don't really know what's in store in the future if you were to just choose what truly makes you happy, right? What you intuitively feel guided to choose. And then what's the other option? Ace of Wands. Okay. So this is a brand new hobby, I'm hearing, or a brand new craft that you could be getting into. Let's pair this Ace of Wands with another card, since the other option had 2 cards representing it. 4 of Wands. So, okay, so you could have a difficult decision to make when it comes to whether or not you're gonna go based off of what you intuitively feel guided to do, despite not really having much information about this one path, compared to working with another person on a brand new project, or a brand new, you know, in some type of work. Or maybe just like a life goal. It doesn't have to be like projects or work. It could just be a life goal. So this is the tough decision that you will end up having to make. But I can pull some advice cards for you. Actually, I'm going to pull some index cards, my homemade index cards, to see if there's any more energies that would like to come out. I'm just going to pull 3. So yeah, this tough decision, in the end, it will be about what you want to do for work mainly, or what do you want to focus on in your practical life. Do you want to work with someone else, or do you want to go your own path, despite not really, you know, knowing what's in store for you? Okay, 3 index cards, please, spirits, for pile 1. I should probably split this deck up because it's so thick. Okay, we got you're doing too much, fall back. So that's some advice. I feel like this is in relation to like your mental state. We got 420 at the bottom of the deck as well. So you could be smoking a bit too much, you know. That's also not helping with this overthinking, this anxiety. But I feel like you're doing too much thinking. Okay, that's what this card is in relation to. You need to fall back out of your rational mind, your logical mind, and fall into your intuition a bit more. Okay. What else? I'm just going to pull. Then we got internet stalking. Okay, you could be comparing yourself with other people online. There needs to be a complete end to this, a complete stop to this. We got delusional at the bottom of the deck, and I just saw 1313 on the timer, which 13 to me is the number of death. So you need to put a complete stop to stalking other people online, watching other people online, comparing yourself to other people online who may be doing, you know, what you want to do. Because with this delusional card coming up, you know, showing itself at the bottom of the deck, you're messing with your perspective, and it's not an accurate perspective on what you can expect. Okay, maybe this is why you're in your head so much, because whatever you're working on is like most people that you see that they planned it out and they stuck to a strict schedule or a strict routine, but that might not work for you. Okay, so it's throwing off your own perspective from your own truth and what will work for you. So you need to put an end to that as well. What else? One last index card for pile 1. We got occult studies. So this could have something to do with occult studies that you're looking at. We got pay attention to animals / pets. So there's spiritual messages coming through coming through your pets or certain animals that you repetitively see. With this occult studies card, your spirits are asking you to research what these messages mean. If, for example, if you keep on seeing ravens or I don't know, random example, turtles. Go and research those animals and what they mean spiritually, okay? Because there's also something about occult studies that you need to focus on as well. I don't know if this is like some type of I don't know what it could be. It could be anything to do with the occult. But yeah, you guys will know what that's about. Now I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. Messages for Power 1. The next phase of life that they're stepping into. Okay, first card out. We got Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. So things could be chaotic for you. Or I feel like this is like recent past energy. This could be what's fueling you to actually, be inspired to, just put forth effort and energy into something, and, create a whole new life for yourself. But with the Storm card, some of you could definitely be still, weathering the storm. This storm is going to come to an end, okay? In this card, this woman, she's running away from a chaotic situation, crown still intact, okay? So you don't need to worry about whatever it is that you're going through, especially if other people are trying to tear you down in relation to whatever it is that you want to do. 1616, as I say that. It's not going to work. Like, you guys could definitely have people trying to like figuratively take your crown. It's not going to work, okay? So don't worry about that. What else? Oh, this card. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Okay, so word of advice from your spirits. You don't need any crutches, whether this crutch be a person, a place, or a thing. You don't need anything or anyone else to find success. So this could actually help you make this decision between, following your own path that you feel intuitively guided to follow, even though the path isn't clear, or working with another person to find success with another person. If you feel like you have to work with another person out of necessity to find success, your spirits are telling you, you don't need them to find success, okay? So let that help you make a decision when it comes to this. And one more card, one more oracle card. One more oracle card. Ooh. We got Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. And this came out on top of the occult studies card. So you might need to do some spell work, some energetic manipulation, some meditation, manifestation, yes, but visualization, I meant. I feel like this will actually help you find a different perspective, because in this Tower card, this woman's upside down and it always reminds you of the Hanged Man energy. So you need to unplug from the rest of the world, from other people, go into your own energy, pause for a second, relax, and see what comes to you. See what enlightenment comes to you. That could be what this Ace of Swords is about. You going into your own energy, unplugging from anyone and anything else, and just seeing what comes to you intuitively, right? Following your intuition, like we were speaking about. So that's your reading, Power 1, for your next phase of life that you're stepping into. I feel like you're just going to be, sorting out whether or not you want to go this way or that way, and weathering some type of storm as well. Or sorting through your mental state after you've been in a chaotic situation. But that's all I'm seeing for you guys, Power 1. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hey Power 2, welcome to your reading to see what phase of life you are moving into. So the first card out will be your current energy, just to see where you're starting off at. So let's see. What's Power 2's current energy? What's Power 2's current energy, spirits? Ooh, got the 3 of Wands. Okay, so you guys are waiting on something, okay? 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're expecting something to come in quite fast for you, but there is still a period of waiting, okay? So you're waiting for some type of new opportunities to come your way. You're open to them. You've already made your plans. You're just waiting for the right opportunity to execute them, I guess, right? So that's the current energy that you're in. Let's see, what else? So what are you moving into? 10 of Wands. Okay. I feel like you guys know that whatever opportunities are coming in for you, you know that they're either going to require a lot of hard work that probably will feel very burdensome to you, or you know that before these opportunities come in, you have to do this hard work or deal with all of these responsibilities before these opportunities can come in. So take it as it resonates, but I feel like you're going to be moving into a phase of life where you're really taking on a lot of burdens, I want to say, a lot of responsibilities, okay? But whatever this is, this will be resulting in the completion of something that I feel has been weighing you down. So I feel like for most of you, this 10 of Wands is about having to take care of a lot of responsibilities before these opportunities that you're expecting to come in can come in for you. The 7 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck to pair with this 10 of Wands. So I feel like all of these burdens and responsibilities are only here because you've either lied to yourself, deceived yourself in some way, or another person has lied to you or deceived you. Take it as it resonates, and we'll probably get more information about that 10 of Wands once I clarify it. But that's what I'm seeing you moving into. You're going to have to bring a completion or a closure to something by taking on a bunch of responsibilities, probably before these opportunities can come your way. What else? Ace of Wands, yeah. Then a new opportunity will come in. Literally, 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. You have to finish the completion of something. You have to do something that you probably don't want to do. You don't want to have to take care of. But 10 of Wands is about putting off a bunch of responsibilities so much that once you finally do want to take care of them, there's so much to deal with. So I feel like that 7 of Swords that showed its face earlier is actually about you deceiving yourself in some way, okay? And now you're paying the price for it because you have to, take care of all the responsibilities that you probably ignored, put off, deceived yourself into thinking that you could just skip over, But the 10 of Pentacles is showing itself at the bottom of the deck to pair with this Ace of Wands. So whatever this new opportunity is, it's extremely abundant for you, financially, materialistically, and in terms of your practical life. And I feel like you know this already, but yeah, before you get this, you're going to have to take care of a lot that you've put off before, okay? What else? What else, spirits? What phase of life is Pile 2 moving into? The Sun, literally. So although this 10 of Wands period won't be, it won't be easy, and it won't be something that you'd want to do. It's something that you need to do, But regardless of that, once you do complete all of these responsibilities that you have to take care of, or, whatever this may be, I'm just seeing a lot of happiness and joy for you. You're going to be so happy that you did this new opportunity that you have, especially in relation to a passion, a hobby, some type of work, maybe even a dating opportunity for some of you, but I don't know. You guys know what this new opportunity is that you're waiting on. If it is something about dating, this 10 of Wands is really about a lot of self-work, You could have been putting off a lot of self-work, going to therapy, a bunch of different shit. And a new dating partner is not going to come in for you until you sort yourself out, okay? So that could also be the way that that you can relate to that 10 of Wands and Ace of Wands as well. But if it's about, work, hobbies, passions, there's something else in regards to work, hobbies, or passions that you have to bring a completion to. But once you do this, you'll be extremely happy with this Sun card. There's a lot of happiness, a lot of joy coming through. However, I am seeing the Sun, this happy, joyful energy triggering a lot of regrets, I'm hearing, because this Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck to pair with the Sun energy. So I don't know if this is about you dwelling, like when this happy, positive energy comes in for you. I feel like some of you could be dwelling on the fact that you put off doing the work required to receive this for so long, and that could like put a dampener on this. Try not to beat yourself up about this too much, okay? If that is the case. For others of you though, I'm seeing that you guys are the types of people to start to worry once things start to go well, okay? Maybe you're used to shit going wrong, and so whenever you're happy, whenever there's like a joyful moment in life, you're kind of waiting for the pin to drop. Like, okay, when is shit gonna fuck up again, you know? But there's something here about that, so try to get a hold of that. I'm gonna clarify the Sun card later on, but let's go back to this Three of Wands. Clarify this Three of Wands, please. Your current energy. Okay, the World and the Chariot. Yeah, so your current energy is really bringing, again, the energy of completion. But this World card is the completion of a lifestyle, right? A very long, drawn out lifestyle. I'm hearing an overhaul of your lifestyle, okay? You could be waiting. This is what you're waiting on for the sake of forward movement with the Chariot here. But the Ten of Wands being next to the Three of Wands, you completing this lifestyle or, you know, a major significant part of your life is not going to come in just because, you know, you're going to have to put in work. You're going to have to put in physical effort to bring in this in. So let's clarify this Ten of Wands. But I am seeing that you're looking for forward movement, a completion of a very long drawn out cycle of life, as well as forward movement into a new cycle of life, okay? You could be wanting to travel as well with the Three of Wands here, especially with the Chariot coming out, which is also about travel, especially overseas with the World card here. But yeah, there's a lot of shit that you have to get sorted out before you do this. You have to get your ducks in a row. Clarify this Ten of Wands, please. Spirits, for pile 2. What phase of life are they moving into? Ooh. Eight of Swords, literally. I feel like for most of you, this Ten of Wands is about how you really put off going to therapy or sorting your mental space out. Sorting through fears, anxieties, negative self-talk, you know? For a lot of you, you've put off doing a lot of self-help and a lot of self-work, because one's energy to me can be about self-work, okay? But yeah, I'm just seeing, yeah, there's going to have to be a completion, a lot of self-work that you do before this new opportunity comes in, whether it's a new dating partner, a new hobby that you want to explore further, new type of work, travel, whatever it is, you need to sort out your headspace first, okay? Clarify this Ace of Wands, please. But I feel like you'll be doing this. Because this is about the energy that you're stepping into, right? So yeah, and this Ten of Wands, I'm not going to lie, I don't think it will be a quick fix, a simple fix. This is probably going to be something that you have to do for a while before you get this new opportunity that comes in that makes you happy. But yeah, clarify this Ace of Wands, please. Clarify this Ace of Wands, please. What's this new opportunity about? Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. Nine of Swords is being paired with that though. So, okay, you might be realizing for some of you, after you do a bunch of self-work, that what you thought you wanted, you might get what you want, what you thought you wanted. And then you might realize, actually, I don't want this. I regret even focusing my attention and my efforts on this, because now that I've changed, now that I've done the work on myself, the person that I thought that I wanted, I don't even want anymore. Or the job that I thought I wanted, or, you know, taking this action, I don't even want to do it anymore. You know? But for others of you, this Queen of Swords just represents how you are going to have a much more rational, logical perspective on this new opportunity that comes in for you eventually, okay? Just in general, whether you still want it or not, you're gonna have more of a rational perspective. And with the Nine of Swords being at the bottom of the deck here, I feel like this is also you, because of all the self-work that you would have done previously to this, still probably having fears, anxieties, worries, but Queen of Swords feels like you can handle this a lot better, okay? Once this new opportunity, whatever this is related to, comes in for you. Clarify this Sun card, please, spirits, for pile 2. Either way, you're going to end up feeling extremely happy, extremely joyful, feeling like you can just breathe, okay? That's if you do the work, okay? Clarify this Sun card, please. 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're going to feel like you've managed to defeat something. Something like a negative headspace, negative self-talk, mental health issues it could be. Or this could also be people who are trying to come up against you as well. This gives me like God making, what's that saying about, God preparing your table in front of your enemies? That type of energy, you know? I'm hearing that some of you might be flexing on people. But yeah, there is going to be a very happy, joyful energy that you're in because of the fact that you managed to defeat something. And because fives in tarot are about difficult but necessary change and transition. Okay? Mainly change more than transition. But, yeah, you would have done some type of necessary work on your mental state that results in you just feeling happier, you know? It doesn't even necessarily mean that your life, your physical life looks differently, but I feel like it could just be you're in better mental state, you know? So let's pull some index cards, 3 index cards for pile 2s, please, spirits. 3 index cards for pile 2s. Let's see. Okay, stalking in real life. That came out in pile 1. We got your perspective is off. Actually, no, I think internet stalking came out in pile 1. Stalking in real life and your perspective is off at the bottom of the deck. Your perspective is off about something that you're obsessing over. Maybe a person that you're obsessing over in real life. That's why I'm feeling like for some of you, especially if this goal that you have is to attract a particular person or attract a particular type of person, your perspective on this person or these types of people might be off, you know? You might not be seeing what you need to see. And I feel like if you do the necessary work on yourself, you're eventually going to be able to see, actually, I don't even want this anymore, you know? But yeah, you're obsessing over someone or something that you know in real life or that surrounds you in person, okay? So I feel like there's a need to curb that because, I don't know. For some of you, though, you could flip it. You could be the one being stalked in real life. And that could be the reason why you want to move, and especially if you guys want to travel and move, especially far away. So I am seeing that for some of you as well. And I'm seeing that you will definitely be able to do this once you get some type of responsibilities in order. Okay? I feel like you could be scared with this 8 of Swords. You could be wondering about, you know, everything that could go wrong if you choose to put in place this action to move, to leave. You know, you might not want to, especially if you're being stalked. Most people who are being stalked when they move, they don't want to move. And they're worried about whether or not they'll be able to, you know, assimilate into whatever new place they live in and plus like things like that. But yeah, there's something here about that. Or for some of you, I can also interpret the, this stalking in real life card as you're looking at other people around you that you know in real life, comparing yourself to them, and maybe that's why you haven't been doing the work on yourself. You've been too busy focusing on other people when you should be focusing on yourself. So just take it as it resonates, okay? Then we got you're not seeing something and unsuccessful. You're not seeing that something is not meant for you, Okay? For a lot of you, I do feel like that. And it's something that, if that resonates, it's something that you're obsessing about, or someone that you're obsessing about. You're not seeing that this person that you want, this thing that you want, is unsuccessful because it's not meant for you. Okay? But once you do the work on yourself, whatever work that needs to be done, you're going to be able to see, oh, that's why things didn't work out. That's why I felt like I was waiting for such a long time, okay, for this to work out for me. Because it wasn't meant to, okay? Is there any other way that I can interpret this? Oh, for those of you who are dealing with this, oh yeah, protection is at the bottom of the deck as well. So rejection is protection for those of you who resonate with the previous message. For others of you, if you are being stalked in real life, you're not seeing that this person, they're going to be very unsuccessful with whatever it is that they're trying to do, because you are very well protected. You might not see that you're protected, but you are, okay? And they're going to be unsuccessful with whatever they're trying to do, especially if they're trying to like ruin your life, tarnish your image, scare you, whatever the case may be. This person's not going to be successful with this at all, especially with that protection card at the bottom of the deck, because you're protected. Whether this be on a spiritual level, whether this be about, for some of you who are dealing with a stalking situation, I feel like there are other people who may know about it, what am I trying to say? There are other people who may know about this stalker, and you may not know that they know about it, but these people are protecting you. Okay? So take it as it resonates. Now 3 oracle cards, please, for power 2. 3 oracle cards for power 2, spirits. This one. We got homeward. Take yourself out on a date. Treat yourself well, especially if you guys are, waiting on a dating partner or something. You don't have to wait on a dating partner to take yourself out on a date. Matter of fact, you may need to get yourself out there a bit more. Maybe that's the self-work that you need to do, especially if you have social anxiety or anything like that. You may need to just put yourself out there a bit more, because that's how some type of message is going to come to you. That's how you're going to meet someone who is able to give you some type of like message that will help you find something that you want. But in general, I just feel like for this pile, you really need to treat yourself better. You really need to, I feel like for most of you, get out of the house. Okay? Get out of the house. That's what I'm mainly feeling. Okay, 2 more. 2 more oracle cards. Ooh. We got Clover, release your guilt. Okay. So yeah, you may need to release guilt for something, especially if you feel like you may have aided in for some of you, you could be the stalker. Okay. But no, you need to release your guilt for something as well, especially when in relation to that message about when this happy moment, this joyful moment comes in. For some of you, you could be looking back at the amount of time that it took you to do the necessary work to even, make these opportunities come in for you. You just need to release any of that type of energy. Don't beat yourself up about it, okay? What else am I seeing? I feel like for a lot of you, you do feel guilty about something that you did wrong. So yeah, release your guilt, because that could be a blockage to this, okay? Whatever it is that you're wanting to come in. Ooh. And we got mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. Honestly guys, and we got tree. Let them go at the bottom of the deck. You might need to just let someone go, because clearly they're not for you, okay, like I was picking up on earlier. But with this mirror card, I honestly feel like a lot of this self-work that you're having to do, it is in relation to self-esteem and self-value. You might need to release guilt when it comes to mistreating yourself. But people don't talk about that enough. In the same way that people expect people who have done them wrong to apologize, and, you need to apologize to yourself and forgive yourself as well when you do yourself wrong. Especially when you do yourself wrong on behalf of, for the sake of another person who doesn't even respect you, value you, is not meant for you. Okay? So I feel like that's the energy that you guys are moving into. Pal 2, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, hey Pal 3, welcome to your reading to see what phase of life you're moving into right now. So I'm gonna see what current energy you're in and see how you're moving out of it. Alright, so what current energy is Pal 3 in? Spirits. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, a card nearly flipped out, but it didn't. 7 of Swords. Okay. I don't know if you guys are... Okay, yeah, this is your energy, right? So you could be being very deceptive right now. Whether this be in a positive way or a negative way that harms others, I don't know yet, but you could be just being strategic. Okay, I'm gonna put it that way. You could be being strategic, not really showing people your hand, keeping things quiet, keeping things away from other people, lying if you need to, if you feel the need to. Okay, let's see what this is about. What energy are you moving into out of the 7 of Swords? What energy are you moving into? We got the Emperor and the 6 of Swords. Okay, I feel like, this could be someone lying to you, deceiving you. So the 7 of Swords may not be you deceiving people. I mean, okay, no, let me say what I'm saying. Say what I'm seeing, okay? You could be being lied to, deceived to. Someone could be deceiving you. And so now you're kind of matching that energy and just hiding things from this person, okay? Because you know that they're doing the same thing to you. The energy that you're moving into is the Emperor. Very powerful energy. More of an empowered energy. I feel like I'm hearing someone say, fuck it, I'm just going to do me, right? I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to call the shots of my own life in some way, shape or form. And the 6 of Swords is about moving into a much more peaceful, calmer state of mind, more than anything, but just a more peaceful life. So I feel like if you guys are being deceptive, lying to people, it's because you just feel like there's an energy of you feeling controlled or feeling like people are trying to control you or trying to deceive you, trying to set you up perhaps. And you're moving into more of a boss-like energy, because it just feels like people are being deceptive around you, or there's just something off with your current situation to the point where you feel like you need to hide yourself, okay, or hide your intentions or hide what you're doing. But in the future, I am seeing that you're moving into a much calmer place in life because of this boss-like energy that you're in, right? Yeah. I feel like for a lot of you, people have been trying to play you, trying to manipulate you, trying to lie to you, and it's like you're not having it, One more card for this row. What phase is Pal 3 moving into? Hold on. What phase is Pal 3 moving into? Let's see. 8 of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be very fast moving. Things that I feel like this is the energy of like you wanting to do certain things. You've always wanted to do certain things. You've always wanted to make certain decisions, but perhaps you held yourself back because of other people, what other people wanted from you or what other people expected from you, or for the sake of other people. Even if they didn't put that expectation onto you, you still held yourself back for the sake of benefiting others, right? But now it's like you're moving into the phase of life where you're really just focusing on yourself and you're making quick, fast movements. This is what happens when you tap into your own power and you don't let anyone or anything hold you back, okay? I am definitely seeing that you're moving into a much more peaceful phase in life because of this. And your life is going to start moving quickly, okay? Now let's clarify these. Let's clarify the 7 of Swords. Let's clarify the 7 of Swords. See what it's about. What's the Seven of Swords about, spirits? Nine of Cups. Yeah. You could be feeling like there's a whole bunch of people, like a whole group of people, whether this be a bunch of individual people or a group that's all connected to each other. Either way, I just feel like you feel like there's a whole bunch of people that are just being shady as hell around you, right? Or maybe you know this, even if it's not just a feeling, maybe you have proof of this. So now you're stepping into the same energy. It's like, okay, fuck it. We're being shady. I'm gonna be shady, you know? You want to lie and deceive? I'm gonna lie and deceive too. But the difference is I don't think you're doing it to harm anyone. You're doing it to get away from these people. But it's almost like you know that if they were to know that, they'd try to put blockages in your path. Okay? So you're keeping it a secret. Yeah. That's Seven of Swords. Let's clarify this Emperor energy. When you step into your power, more self-focused, selfish energy. Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're giving yourself the nurture. Okay? The nurture that you had for these people who are deceiving you, being shady to you. And this Justice at the bottom of the deck. 555 as I see that. I don't feel like this is an easy change for you to make, because fives are about difficult but necessary change. So this isn't change that's easy for you to make at all, but you know it's necessary if you want to get yourself to a much more stable life, right? And a stable energy. But yeah, with the Ace of Cups clarifying this Emperor, especially with this Justice card at the bottom of the deck, this is karma for these people, okay? And this is you balancing it out. I feel like you've overgiven. You've overgiven to all of these people and they have the nerve to be shady or deceitful to you or try and trick you or set you up in some type of way. Wow. But yeah, I'm seeing that you're moving into a more self-focused energy. It's almost like you're saying, fuck it. You don't want my nurture. You don't respect my nurture. You don't respect my care. Fuck it. I'll give it to myself, right? Be proud of yourself, guys. Okay? Because a lot of people, they know that people around them are deceitful and shady and they just allow these people to drag them through the mud, okay? Without ever making changes, and they let people hold them back. So, hey, be proud of yourself. Even if that was you at one point, at least this is the energy that you're moving into. At least you've actually bothered to make a effort, okay? To get yourself out of this instead of just, allowing yourself to be powerless and deceived and controlled by other people. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. Clarify the Six of Swords. Moving into calmer states of mind, calmer waters in life. Six of Pentacles. Oh, there's another card as well. Two of Pentacles. So you're moving into a phase of life in which, yeah, like I said, didn't I say you guys were overgiving? Because the Six of Pentacles is about charitable energy, being generous, giving something to people who are in need of help. But it's almost like the same people who needed your help and the same people who you offered this help to, they disrespected you. They didn't appreciate it. Right? So with the Six of Swords clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, which is about balancing things out, balancing out, especially your practical life, your time. I feel like this is mainly you balancing out where you invest your time into. Okay. Pentacle energy is also about money as well though. So some of these people you could have been giving money to and you're keeping that shit to yourself now. Okay. You're balancing out the give and take. Okay, you're making sure that it's balanced now. Nice to see. Then we got the Eight of Wands. Let's clarify that. The fast movement. What's this fast movement about? This is definitely you taking quick action. It can also be about receiving communication quickly from a particular source as well, but we'll see. Clarify this Eight of Wands, please. Justice. Okay, you could be, for some of you, you're dealing with like a legal case or something to do with legalities. You're gonna have, the next phase of your life, you're gonna hear from some type of legal person, and it's gonna be just like, you're gonna feel like you're getting your just dues, basically. You're gonna feel like, you're getting justice in some type of way. This is in the far future though, so for others of you, how I can interpret this is you're going to receive communication about these people, whoever you're leaving behind, getting their karma for something, right? Yeah, getting their karma for something. But I can also interpret this as you guys just moving forward, moving on very quickly. And like, there's something here about you finding a lot of success very quickly, even though like, I wouldn't usually read the 8 of Wands as a success card. But the Justice clarifying it here. Yeah, this is your karma, but in a good way. Like everything that you've been giving out, you're going to receive back very, very quickly. Okay. So although this is like in the distant future, I don't even think it's that distant, you know, because of how quick the energy is that's moving here. Okay, let's pull some index cards. You already know how I feel about my homemade index cards for those of you who have been on this channel for a while. I love them. They get very specific. But yeah, let's see. 3 cards. 3 cards for pile 3. What phase of life are they moving into? I just feel like you guys are really balancing your life out. There's a repetitive energy of balance. 2 of Pentacles, Justice, 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. But yeah, I feel like you're definitely going to receive justice in a very quick way. So, what phase of life is pile 3 moving into right now? This one. We got, you can trust this person. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, I'm hearing, oh, we got you're insecure at the bottom of the deck. So, and big city on the other side. So I don't know if you're gonna meet someone. I feel like for a lot of you, you're gonna meet someone who you can definitely trust. Okay. This person could be from a big city. So that's just a way that you can identify them. They might, or they just have big energy. Like they have the energy of someone from a big city. I don't know why I'm feeling the energy of New York, especially with this fast-paced energy here, because I've heard that New York is very fast-paced. But you can definitely, I feel like for most of you though, with this you can trust this person card and the you're insecure card at the bottom of the deck, you're stepping into a phase of life where you're trusting yourself more. I feel like a lot of you've kind of had an inkling that certain people around you, they were trying to like put blockages in your path. They weren't being honest with you. They had ulterior motives. And perhaps it took you a while to actually trust your own intuition, to trust yourself. But you're moving out of this insecurity and into a state of being able to trust yourself, which is probably empowering you even more, right? Yeah. Because energy doesn't lie, okay? It's just that some people, like some of us, we do struggle to trust that intuition sometimes. Even me recently, I did a little ritual to, you know, I guess help with my self-trust when it comes to my readings, my intuition, stuff like that. So that could be something that you guys would like to do if you're into stuff like that. But what else? 2 more cards. What phase of life is pile 3 moving into currently? Okay, we got copycat. Okay, you're going to be dealing with copycats because of the fact that you're in this empowered energy, okay? People are going to want to follow suit, following your footsteps, and you might realize that people are definitely trying to mirror you or like copy you straight up. Whether this, I feel like it's mainly your personality or like this new change in you, this new characteristic. These new characteristics that you're bringing forth of just being more dominant within your life, more self-empowered. Someone could be like trying to mirror that, copy that, but let me pull a clarifier. Clarify this copycat card. Is this a positive thing, a negative thing? Because I could interpret this as you inspiring people to follow in your footsteps, right? Or it could be negative and people are trying to like keep up with you for ulterior motives, and it's probably these same people that you're trying to move away from. King of Pentacles. Okay, so wait, what's at the bottom of this deck? Glamour magic. Okay, what am I getting from this? Copycat, clarify where the King of Pentacles. Someone could be trying to act like they are matching your energy, this masculine earth sign perhaps, or just a masculine who is very focused on money, materialism, which nothing wrong with that, but he could be trying to act like he's on your level as a way of keeping up with you. The fact that glamour magic is at the bottom of the deck though, it's almost like this is just like a, what's the word? A facade, how do you say that word? It's not real, basically. It's not real. So you might want to watch out for that. You could definitely be dealing with a copycat who's trying to compete with you, even if it's in the place of work, like, because it's the King of Pentacles, right? So this could be someone that you work with, or in terms of, you know, someone who does the same thing as you industry-wise. Yeah. And then one last card. What phase of life is Pal 3 moving into? Oh, too many. What phase of life is Pal 3 moving into? This one. Successful. Wow. Yeah, you're finding a lot of... Didn't I say that? When I looked at this 8 of Wands, I felt the energy of success, which I usually wouldn't from that card, but I felt it. You're moving into a phase of life where you are very successful because you're leaving behind deceptive people who probably have ulterior motives to keep you. I feel like there's someone who wants to keep you sat at their table, but not for good reason. It's almost like they want to keep you as like a side character or a little minion of theirs. And maybe it is this King of Pentacles who wants to do that. So now he's like trying to act like, I don't know. You know when you move on from people and they want to act like, yeah, we're on the same page, I'll move on in the same way. It's given that, okay? But I don't think that this is actually genuinely true. Let me just put another clarifier for this King of Pentacles and that copycat card. Be careful of someone trying to copy your business ideas as well, if you have any. Don't really tell anyone about this. But I feel like you already know this since you're in the 7 of Swords energy. Like you're not, like I said, you're not letting people know too much about what you have got going on, what you're intending to do. But there could be someone who's like eyeing what you're doing regardless. We got the Empress, yeah. Okay. Be careful of a masculine who tries to act like he's on your level, like you and him are a match when you're really not. Okay, that's just a masculine who, again, wants to humble you and keep you at his table, but as a side character or as like a minion that just boosts his ego. Okay, especially since you're being represented as the Empress. Like I said, you're stepping into very successful energy. You're going to be looking good. People are going to be able to tell that you're more abundant. Especially after prioritizing yourself. So in this next phase of life, be careful about a particular masculine energy or a particular archetype of masculines, which would be the masculines who are focused on money and materialism and surface level things. Again, nothing wrong with that, but this is the type of person or people who will try to match up to you, even though they know they don't match up to you at all. Okay. So yeah, be careful of that. Now we're going to pull some oracle cards, 3 oracle cards, and then we can close out your reading. What phase of life is Pal 3 moving into? Let's see. Oh, exactly 3 came out. Nice. Okay. First card. Sundress, do it for you. Do it for you. What did I say? You're stepping into Emperor energy, more self-focused, selfish energy, because you're like, fuck it. I've given so much to these people who still want to talk shit behind my back, still want to have ulterior motives, still want to put blockages in my path, despite how much I've helped them. Okay? So you're stepping into a phase of life where you're focused on yourself. You're doing things for you. Since this is the sundress card, you could be dressing for yourself a lot more. That's going to be the seed for a lot of you that grows into even more self-governance, I'll say. Okay? So yeah. Then we got thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Yeah, you weren't being respected here. You weren't being respected in this group of people. So in this next phase of life, you're putting a crown on your head. You're making sure that you respect yourself. You value yourself. And there's something here about people hurting themselves if they try to snatch this crown off your head. So I feel like you're getting more defensive. Okay? Because that Emperor energy is always Aries energy to me. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is the planet of war, anger, attack, defense. So I feel like you're not letting anybody impede on your self-esteem, your self-value. You're not letting anyone do that without a consequence. You're defending yourself a lot more. You're attacking people if need be. Okay, if they try you. Period. Then we've got mourning. The world awaits for you. So in this next phase of life, you're gonna be, I feel like the energy of really prioritizing your schedule, prioritizing your routine and what you do with your time. Yeah, like I said, 6 of Pentacles. You were giving too much time, support, effort to these other people. So now in this next phase of life, you're gonna have the time to like really prioritize your own schedule, what you want to do with your day, what you want to do with your time. And I feel like you're going to be filling your time with action that really moves you forward quickly. Okay, that really helps you to find success very, very, very quickly. You're going to feel like you have the whole world just, available to you, because you do. 21 on the timer, I just saw. But yeah, this is a really nice energy, Power 3. Like, I just feel like in this collective, the next phase of life that you're in, you're really just focusing on yourself, making sure that you're good, because you're realizing that all the effort, the time, money perhaps, that you're giving to a group of people, it's not being appreciated, it's not being valued, and these people are actually trying to sabotage you in some type of way, despite everything that you've done for them. So, period. That's what I'm seeing for you guys, the Power 3. If this reading resonated, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next one.